I'm Melissa Robinson, and this is Henry Talks. I'm here with Thomas White.
Hello.
And I'm here with Bert Bivens from Bell Biv DeVoe. No, it's not. When I hear Bivens, that's what I say. Bert Bivens with our SPLOST department. So,
Right, and I'm glad Bert's here, Melissa, because I've been waiting for this moment.
You have, Thomas. Tell me why.
Because I've always wanted to arm wrestle Bert.
Oh.
Bert? Are you down right now?
Hey, let's do it.
Bert will
Right
break
now.
your arm.
Right now, Bert. Let's do this.
Oh, my gosh. All right.
Let's do this.
How long have
All
you been
All
wanting to do
right,
this?
Be careful.
All right, ready?
Well, wait
you
a minute.
gotta judge this.
So what do I say? You can't anchor
3,
yourself
2
on that chair.
Shut up,
He's
Melissa.
anchoring himself on the chair.
Melissa, don't say
All right,
anything.
so on 3. Ready?
All right.
This is ridiculous. 1, 2, 3. Oh, God.
Thomas, you weren't trying.
Not only did you lose, but you screamed.
Practice.
Sorry.
Good job, Bert.
Hey, thank you.
Put him in his place.
That was easy.
I'll let him have it.
That was embarrassingly uncomfortable, but
I'll let him
let's
have
move
it.
on from that, shall we?
I'll let him have it.
You did
I'll let him have it.
Bert,
My arm
we
hurts
didn't
a
bring
lot
you
now.
on to. We didn't bring you on to arm wrestle, so I appreciate you playing along.
Way to go.
But tell us, so right now, SPLOST road projects, we've been talking about, the board has been talking about them.
It really hurts. Sorry.
You're lucky that Holly LaFontaine is not here to see this.
She doesn't need to watch this.
We had to do that because I definitely will not be getting into a soapbox. I saw your last podcast, and you cannot talk me into getting into a soapbox. So the
Bert.
arm wrestling, I didn't mind
You're
doing.
way
It's
too
okay,
tall for a
Bert.
soapbox.
Yeah.
So tell us, all right, so what do you do with SPLOST? What's your role with SPLOST?
So I'm the assistant director in the SPLOST department, and if for anybody that doesn't know, it's special purpose local option sales tax.
Right, good.
And so we take that tax funding and we fund construction projects, roads, bridges, infrastructure, parks,
Sure.
and things
Right.
of that nature.
So SPLOST is sales tax. It's a 1 penny, 1 cent, 1%
Yes.
that we've had for several years now, and we have just continued that. Well, the voters have continued it through referendum.
Correct.
But what SPLOST is it's funded by people who shop and buy and do things in Henry County that generates a sales tax. So
That's
it's
correct.
It's people live here and then people visit, and there are a lot of counties I think throughout Georgia have SPLOST.
They do.
So when you're traveling through their county, you're also helping to pay for some of their infrastructure and their roads. So I think it's important for people to understand that. I'm glad you explained it, what
Right.
SPLOST actually
That
is.
infrastructure will alleviate a lot of issues in the future, so it's really important.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one more mechanism for sure. But tell us a little bit. I know we've been talking at the meetings about paving roads, and Rocky, who's the director of SPLOST, threw out a huge figure in the millions of what just happened with some road repavings or what he's looking to do. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so we're on a resurfacing package right now. We've had 3 resurfacing packages for about $80 million just over the last 3 years. And we've been able to do about 120 miles of roadway.
Wow.
And it really increases safety and, enhances the roads and connectivity from north to south and east to west. So that's something that we...
It's incredible what it costs to pave a road or to repave a road.
Sure.
I think some people think we just have a crew that goes out there and paves over, and that's just not it. I mean, we contract with people to do it because it's such a huge job, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, if we're just doing resurfacing, it's a lot less scope. But if we have a lot of utilities to move and storm drain to install, by the time you see us paving, that's the end of it. But some of these jobs, they take a long time to design, and they take a long time for us to get through the entire phase of it.
Right.
I would say it's one of our more direct impacts that the citizens can actually see and how they benefit every day.
That's
It-
true.
Definitely a lot of tangibles in the SPLOST department.
Yeah. And, it takes a long time sometimes because when you're paving in the right weather season, there's a lot of rain, there's a lot of things that come up that you can't work out in, right? I mean, that's...
Yeah,
This
yeah,
week
that's
is
true.
a great example. This week
Oh,
is a
it's
great
so
example.
rainy, I can't stand it. So as far as SPLOST goes, we have SPLOST for road projects, transportation, infrastructure, and there are capital projects too as well. And I know that we had Lynn Planchon, who's the capital projects director for SPLOST, and she had talked about some of those. But so SPLOST really does cover a wide gamut.
Yeah, that's true. So SPLOST covers the roads and also recreation centers, police departments, fire stations, things of that nature. But also we have the T-SPLOST, and that's designated only for transportation. So it's SPLOST, it's transportation SPLOST. So that's only for roads.
Okay, so it's dedicated.
Yes, for
So
transportation.
I know that you have been very active in SPLOST committee meetings because we are talking about SPLOST 6. and the Board of Commissioners are talking about putting that on a referendum on the
Yes.
ballot. So we've had about 3 meetings so far, 4, and you have one coming up. Is that right?
Yes, we have one coming up on March the 12th at J.P. Mosley Center at 6:30 on Tuesday night.
It's
Okay.
4361 Miller's. Oh no, wait, that's wrong. 1041 Millers Mill Road
Wow.
in Stockbridge, J.P. Mosley
guy.
Rec Center.
Hey, that's impressive.
What can I say? It's one of the facilities that I oversee.
No, that's great. And so everybody's welcome. I mean, you don't have to just live in the area. It can be anybody. And the SPLOST Committee was formed with a person from each district. Our
Yeah.
commissioners nominated somebody from each district. So these are volunteers who were just volunteering to listen, reach out into the community, and then suggest what the community wants to see on a SPLOST list.
Correct. We have one designee from each district, and I think one from the county chair and one from the county manager.
That's right.
Wow.
Okay. So far, I think the meetings have gone well. I know
Yes.
you've presented a couple of times, which I know you love to do. So what's the tone you're getting from the meetings? Do you think people are really getting some good education from it?
Yeah, they're very productive. People are letting us know what they expect to see. I think we project $380 million over the next SPLOST program. If it goes
That's over
to,
if it's a 5-year, right? If it's a 5-year, it's 380.
yes, that's
Yeah.
correct.
Okay.
So they're letting us know how they would spend that money. You know, what do you want to see? More senior centers or more police departments or roads? You know, so they're giving us a lot of input on what they want to see. And we're taking notes, and we're taking that to our commissioners as well, letting them know what the constituents are looking for.
Yeah, that's great. And because it's about the voters. The voters have to see the list, approve the list, and then approve a referendum or not approve the referendum. And they have to make that decision for us.
Yeah.
So I think that's important to note that this really is going to be a decision of the voters.
Yeah. So the meetings are very informative.
Yeah, they
so
are.
we
They're
let them
great.
know.
This is an important function of good government, educating the voters and letting them
Absolutely.
know what their options are. It really helps them understand the power that they wield and where they want it to go.
That's true. So if people want more information about SPLOST, I know we have a lot of different mechanisms to give them, but what would you say the best way? If somebody wants to learn about what SPLOST is or how they can be involved or they can let their voice be known, can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, there are a lot of avenues. You can always go to the Henry County Board of Commissioners website, and
That's
that's
henryjobs.com.
No, it's not
Nope,
Henry
nope,
Jobs. Okay, so we'll put that on the lower thirds maybe.
Yeah,
for
It's
where to go.
henrycountygA.com.
we have ClearGov as well, and as you already stated, the meetings are open to the public, so we provide a lot of information at those as well.
And I think on our SPLOST page, we have ClearGov, which has all of SPLOST, like all the past SPLOST, what's coming up. You can kind of see that picture view. But the SPLOST 6 page has minutes from the meetings. It has different information. I think there's a survey on there. So we urge people to go there and check it out and just to educate yourself so you know what you're looking at and what you want to see in the future.
And express your feedback. Like, what do you want?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's so
Right.
important. So how long have you been with the county?
15 years.
15 years. Okay, good. All right, so I'm going to ask you a couple of personal questions. Are you ready?
I am.
Ask Thomas how his arm is feeling.
Oh, how's your arm
I don't wanna
feel?
talk about
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't want to talk about it.
So you,
I wonder if that's a workers' comp issue. Anyway.
if you weren't doing SPLOST right now, what would you want to be doing? Like, do you have like a dream job, something that you've always wanted to do?
It would probably definitely be something in this realm.
Okay.
I've always been intrigued by infrastructure, especially bridges. We have a couple of bridges that we are about to build this year, so it would definitely be something in this spectrum.
So
If it was,
your mind is right there.
Yes.
Okay. So I always assume that people who work in SPLOST or in DOT or any of those technical fields are really great at home doing all kinds of things. Are you like a repair person at home? Can you like fix anything?
not at all.
Okay. Fair enough. It's odd.
Neither can I.
Well, a lot of the stuff
you
we do is
surprised,
kind
Henry
of
County?
technical and
You're right.
plans, blueprints,
Engineering,
contracts.
yes,
Yeah, I mean,
okay,
so I'm
all
not.
right.
I used a hammer once.
Yeah.
You used a hammer once?
Yeah, I dropped it on my head.
How did you do that?
I left it on top of the ladder. I climbed down the ladder. When I went to move the ladder, I forgot the hammer was on top of the ladder. I still have the dent in my forehead.
Yes, I see. Oh, no, yeah, okay, sure. I mean,
Right.
Sorry.
It's not that big of a dent.
Yeah. It's not.
Tom-
obvious.
Wait, can you see the dent in my forehead?
I cannot. I
Oh.
cannot. There's too much shine. I can't see it.
I already have
past all the
enough
shine.
self-esteem issues,
I'm
Melissa.
sorry, Thomas. You're perfect and you sparkle.
Right, but I'm no Bert Bivens.
Bill, Biv DeVoe.
Yeah, but
Now
what?
you know.
Right.
You don't understand any of that. It's okay.
No, I don't.
All right. So, and you as assistant director, you weren't always assistant director. That was a relatively new appointment. The
Yes.
last couple of years. What were you
Yes.
doing before that for SPLOST?
Previous to that, I was the construction projects administrator.
Okay.
And before that, I was just the construction manager over all of the construction projects.
Okay. So you were managing construction projects, yet you don't know how to fix things.
Yes, that's correct. If it's wrong on a construction project, I can definitely recognize it
Okay.
and make a correction.
Okay. Thomas, in your household, who does the fixing of things and the little projects that need to be completed?
Whichever contractor answers the phone first, Melissa.
Fair enough.
Right.
Fair enough.
Right?
We
I
talk-
pay extra for expedience.
We talked earlier with other guests about their backgrounds, like in sports. And were you into sports as a kid, or?
I played all sports. I just like to stay busy when I was younger.
I only bring this up because I like Thomas to talk about his sporting career.
Right. I had a vast career in the greatest sport that there is.
Badminton?
Speech and debate.
Oh.
Speech and debate. It's a sport of the mind.
Yes.
Bert. Something tells me you were one heck of a debater.
I thought it was arm wrestling. That wasn't your favorite sport?
Oh, burn.
Wow.
Sorry.
Wow. Too soon, Bert. Too soon.
It's too soon. Well,
Too
we
soon.
have a Toastmasters club if you ever want to come join. We're always plugging Toastmasters for county government employees. Great training tool, leadership tool.
Right.
Thomas is our star. He's definitely probably one of the best speakers
Ever in the world. No, I'm joking.
in this building.
Melissa, I'm so honored that you would say that about me.
You're so modest.
This is really a touching moment. It's almost like you believe in me.
I do believe in you, Thomas.
Oh, shucks. Bert, why don't you come and join us? Let's get a commitment right now. Right now, Monday,
No.
3:30.
Back to Bert. Okay.
Okay.
Bert, so if you could tell somebody, because, when we talk about SPLOST and we talk about the projects, if you could tell somebody, what are you hearing from people when they are, I guess they have critiques of, the projects that are going on, things take too long. What do you hear from people about that? Like, what are some of the challenges?
We just try to be thorough in the process of explaining what's going on. Some of the jobs may take anywhere between 5 and 8 years from conception to getting them complete. And that's because we have to acquire right-of-way. We have to relocate utilities. And so, the thought of getting a job done, we start discussing it. People get excited about it. They want it to be done, but it may take years before we actually
Right.
get to construction. So we have to make sure we're giving them the information from beginning to end and what's going on.
And
what
that's
kind of progress
because
we're making.
our citizens need quality. We want to make sure it's safe. We want to make sure it delivers the services that it's promised to deliver. Anything short of that is not worthy of our citizens.
Yeah,
Yes,
absolutely.
especially with the SPLOST tax, I would say.
Right.
Yeah, responsible. With the right-of-way, I'm always surprised because right-of-way takes so long. And if correct me if I'm wrong on this, right-of-way is when you identify parcels of land that we don't own that we need to acquire to complete a project.
Yes, that's correct.
And so when that happens, somebody who owns the land may not want to sell it. You may have to go to court, and that's what's kind of the hang-up, right? That's what takes so long.
Yes, and when you have a lot of commercial properties involved, a lot of times that just takes the legal process takes longer.
Right.
Some of the jobs we may have 100 different parcels on them. Some people are very cooperative, understanding of the progress we're trying to make, and some people not so much. So
Okay.
we don't like to have the condemnation process, but
Right.
sometimes that does prolong the right-of-way
Oh, sure,
acquisition.
definitely. What's coming up? What's coming up with SPLOST right now? Like, what are we working on?
Right now, we have out for bid flipping road extension.
Great.
That's a road we've been working on for a long time, and it's going to really help north-south connectivity.
Yes, it
Also,
will.
McDonough Parkway from State Route 42. It's going to build a bridge over State Route 155.
Oh, that's huge.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
huge.
huge.
We've had to coordinate with the
As
state on
someone
it.
that takes that route every day, that is huge.
No, that's great. But these projects don't happen overnight. I mean, it does take a little bit of time, but when they're complete, they will be wonderful, and they will be really good for the citizens of the residents.
And we have a resurfacing package out right now, too, that we're about to do, I think, 33 more roads in the county. So
Wow.
we're continuously trying to,
You're working hard for our residents.
yeah.
I feel like you're never really going to catch up on road resurfacings because once you're done a batch, there's other roads to do, and time and travel and trucks and things, mess up a road, and so you have to constantly keep maintenance on. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, that's true. And then we're trying to keep up with the development. You know, we have a lot of
Yes.
traffic and a lot of increased population over the years, so we're just trying to make sure the infrastructure is maintained, and we're building enough to accommodate everything that we have
Right.
going on now.
Right.
Very true. Yeah, it's been a lot of development in Henry County because people want to move here because Henry County is a great place to live, right?
We really are, and there's a reason that we're a great place to live, Melissa.
Thomas, why? Why are we such a great place to live?
Because Henry cares.
Henry
Henry
committed.
committed.
Okay. Bert, thank you so much for joining us. Great information. We're going to come back with you again after the last SPLOST meeting, see how everything went, and talk about it again. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time. Thanks.